graphical representation of this data point. Setiap unit operation tu kena ada dia punya data point. Number 4, you need to find out whether or not it is possible to interchange the heat between different process flow with the use of heat exchanger. Biasanya kalau you talk about heat recovery ni, we talk about heat exchanger. Let's say you want to heat it up the oil tank using water that coming from a turbine. So then that will go into the oil. You cannot mix oil or water, of course. So you need to have the heat exchanger in order to make sure that the heat from the water to be transferred into oil, so that the oil will be increasing in terms of the temperature to certain desired temperature. Ya, tapi tidak boleh, kalau tidak cukup pun tidak boleh kan. So of course you need to be balanced. You know, what is the temperature? What is the pumping rate? What is the energy used for pumping as well, isn't it? So is it economical? Is it better, or is it worse? Isn't it? So number 5, you need to determine the location of the pinch point. Not everywhere you need to make a pinch point. So there's certain area that really crucial to have a pinch point. Sebab kalau kamu buat banyak betul, if you make a lot of modification in your plant, just to do the pinch analysis is really energy recovery. Sedangkan benda tu is not really what they call it in terms of amount that you can save, is not actually is very little compared to suppose that you gain from saving the heat. So at the end of the day is it's a balance between energy and of course finally you talk about the dollars and cent. Kalau terlampau banyak point, kamu banyak letak semua heat exchanger, of course it become another unit operation. Increasing unit operations mean increasing probably some failure. So how much the cost to maintain that new unit operation for the heat exchanger? Is it actually worth it or not? In terms of the saving that you made. Energy, when you save the energy, is mean you save the resources. Kalau in our case, actually, kita punya sumber adalah electricity. Some probably they use the diesel, right? Untuk heat it up, isn't it? Diesel ke, whatever fuels, isn't it? So, is it reduction of the fuel actually is significant to cover the cost of maintenance of the equipment that you need? So, finally, of course, depending on the temperature levels and powers, decision can be made on which installation is most suitable to apply. So these are two options that you can take. And this work are a group work. And you must also show and your reports there is an effort done in a group, not only by an individuals. So because this is a group work, so for instance the proof that you have some discussion through Google Meet or Zoom and whatsoever platform to show that the discussion has been carried out. So this is some of the case study. Reduce energy consumption in refinery FCC unit. Produce a slurry that is cool in an air cooler from 300 degrees C to 121 degrees C before being pumped to a tank. This slurry product is an offtake from the same pump that circulate the FCC bottom, pump around BPA at a temperature of 343 degrees C. In the existing process configuration, the FCC feed is preheated by several process streams, including the BPA, before being heated to reactor's inlet temperature using a direct fire furnace. Yeah, In this case study, two different projects are developed with combination saving of 6.55 megawatt or 32% of the AFCC total energy demand of 20.3 megawatt. Bila you tahu sudah ada saving dia berapa, now you know the saving is about 6.55 megawatt. Is it actually worth it to buy the equipment for the pitch analysis? If after you analyze, oh yeah, this can be saving for the unit, then you can assemble them, isn't it? So kamu punya saving tu boleh satu, you still make some extra. Not only that, from the extra you save, you could also fund the purchasing of another unit operation that you need to put in, especially macam kita kata tadi adalah dia punya heat exchanger. So one of the project 2 is a simple repiping opportunity. Satu, repiping saja where the slurry take off point. Kalau repiping tu is not that much issue, kan? Kita buat repiping saja, and where the slurry take off point is moved from BPA pump discharge at 343 degrees C to a steam generator discharge at 230. Ini kamu kena tengok temperature ni berapa di setiap tempat, kan? This is a step in the pitch analysis include you kena ada data collection on the heat load and temperature for all process stream and all heating and cooling utility. Lepas tu generate energy targets, ya. Kenapa kamu perlukan ada target? Sebab kalau energy target tu yang kamu boleh reduce is small, tidak boleh, unable to so-called it support the cost of the instrument that you want to purchase or modification that you need to purchase or to maintain them. So it's no point to do it. Yeah, more costly, isn't it? And then of course you need to identify the major inefficient and heat exchanger network using pinch analysis. Bila kamu ada pinch analysis, kamu juga boleh identify which section are most likely inefficient of the process in terms of energy consumption or heat consumption. So that need the heat exchanger, isn't it? So lepas tu baru kamu define option for reducing the largest inefficiency and evaluate the competing option using economic analysis taking into consideration by overall saving and utility cost. Macam tadi saya kata, finally the bottom line, berapa kamu punya saving in terms of utility. Utility is of course the electricity or raw material. Misalnya kamu gunakan diesel, ya, atau fuels, ya. Then barulah kamu boleh select the best option or combination of the option, ya. Okay. So next, kita kena tahu baseline scenario. What is the baseline scenario actually? The baseline design for efficiency comparison is the existing system that preheat, feed, again process stream. That include the BPA ahead of the fire furnace. Ini lagi case ni. Kedua ni kalau kamu tengok kepada energy efficiency project yang tadi ni, atau we skip this one. So out of it, if you look at heat recovery yang case study, so the heat recovery that will be otherwise be lost in the e-cooler is 0.91 megawatt. Energy efficiency improvement of the fire heater assuming saving of 0.91 megawatt out of 20, which is around 4.9%. Reduction in greenhouse, ni yang kamu saving, yang kamu ada greenhouse emission, then you get it about 0.2 metric ton CO2 per hour or 1,900 ton CO2 per year. So ini kamu kena kira. Kalau dalam negara yang ada lagi CO2 trading, so this will be benefit. You can add some more claim through utilization of the pinch analysis. So this is the potential energy consumption saving at major industry sectors. Kalau kamu tengok oil refinery, kita boleh reduce dalam 10 to 40%. Iron is steel, because iron is steel consume a lot of energy as well. sebab dia perlu melting the metals. So you might reach around 11 to 50%. Yeah, and the chemical industry probably around 15 to 40%. Pulp and paper 10 to 35. Food and drink what 7 to 25. Textile about 3 to 25. But we don't know if we go for palm oil, how much the energy that we be able to reduce. Yeah, atau energy saving that you may potentially can gain. So it means that kalau kamu boleh reducekan dia punya energy saving dalam palm oil, so you still have another extra biomass to produce energy. Unfortunate is I said that for them they are more concentrate on producing the oil rather than to save the energy, because they are the one who produce the biomass. There are a lot of biomass. But remember, if biomass already been, the price is good, so that will become the forcing factors for them to reduce the consumption of the biomass for producing the energy, or to heat it up, or to be burned and to produce the steam and produce electricity, as well as used for heat it up of all the system inside the factory. Then we go for water management hierarchy. The first, kalau kamu tengok di sini, you have the fresh water. So secondly is actually the regeneration or reuse or recycling. Then direct reuse or outsourcing, reduction and elimination. So ini adalah beberapa hierarchy dalam water management. So if you be able to eliminate, then eliminate them. So that's very good. Let's say cleaning, benda yang tidak perlu dibersihkan, why you should clean? Then you eliminate, isn't it? Okay. The source of elimination is the top of the hierarchy is concerned with a complete avoidance of fresh water usage. Ya, jangan guna. Ya, kalau tidak perlu digunakan untuk air. Cuma mungkin di Sabah ni, di Malaysia ni, our rainfall roughly around 2,500 to 3,000, even some area reach to 4,000. So we think that the water is not really have higher value. Tapi ingat, kalau di Sabah ni lagi hujan lagi air tidak ada kan. So the more heavy rain, the water will suddenly disappear daripada kita punya pipe kan. So that's a different issue. So secondly adalah source reduction. Setelah kamu boleh eliminate the water, if possible, you'll be able to eliminate them. Ya, kita boleh juga reduce consumption. Reduce the amount of being used at source. Ya. Kalau sudah reduce pun kamu sudah buat, first eliminate sudah, then you have to reduce the consumption, and then you can direct use. Using spent processed water ataupun air sisa, air yang sudah digunakan tu, directly within the process system, subject to its quality being acceptable to operation. I have mentioned earlier, maksudnya di sini, selepas kamu gunakan, adakah quality dia tu still acceptable to this process? Then you will see the limit of that operation. Are they really need ultra pure water or just a water or a certain kalau air tu kotor sikit pun tidak ada masalah. Ya, for Muslim for example, kalau ni ambil wudu macam mana? Air yang sudah digunakan tidak boleh. Tapi untuk benda lain, air yang sudah digunakan lepas kamu mandi mungkin boleh gunakan untuk kegunaan lain. Misalnya untuk siram pokok dan sebagainya kan. Itu dia punya penggunaan. Itu is mean that you try to direct the reuse. Yeah. Directly with using spent processed water directly within the process system, subject to it quality being acceptable to the operations. Outsourcing involve the use of available external water sources, for instance, rainwater or river water. Kamu boleh gunakan untuk itu dan gunakan dia banyak kali. Next is regeneration. What does it mean regeneration? Regeneration is a partial treatment of wastewater or external or even external water sources to match the quality of water required for further use. Regenerate artinya kamu boleh recycle dia, reuse dia. What happen misalnya katalah toilet, flush toilet kan, oh air tu banyak tapi biasanya kita buang terus. So how the reuse or recycling can be done? Then you just need some process and then use it again. Ya, buat some pre-treatment atau some treatment dan gunakan semula. So you also be able to reduce the. Then finally of course barulah kamu consider freshwater usage. Kalau itu semua kan, so means finally you'll be able to reduce the freshwater consumption to your factory. Cuma mungkin di Malaysia ni, tempat kita ni, we are so lavish in terms of using the fresh water. Kita ada banyak fresh water kita rasa. So we don't really care about it, isn't it? What is water pinch analysis? Ini saya sudah explain tadi, which is the water pinch analysis actually the reduction of water consumption and wastewater generation to integration of water using activity or processes. It can be used for the initial design of the process or is a tool to guide process modification due to changing circumstances. Maksudnya satu, sama ada factory itu baru, kamu sudah design di awal-awal, or the factory sudah lama, then what you need is to do some modification. Mungkin harga air sudah meningkat, so you need to, your boss asking you to do some modification so that the water consumption should be reduced. Then you do some process modification in order to reduce the consumption. So ataupun mungkin keperluan DOE itu meningkat. To understand further the concept of pinch analysis, I'll give you an assignment with two options. This pinch analysis is on what the first option is water pinch analysis to palm oil mill factory. We know palm oil consume a lot of water, and what are the reasons? The environment contamination, especially the river contamination here in Sabah. So in order to mitigate or reduce the effect of wastewater being produced as well as the consumption, so what you need to do is to plan how to do the pinch analysis to reduce the water consumption in the palm oil. There are 3 stages that you need to do. First stage is you need to do the process flow diagram and identify the pinch point. Secondly, what you need to do is, of course, you need to study the mass balance of the water as well as the concentration changes for the water used along the process. And the third, you identify the process, you identify the water consumption as well as the quality of the water, and of course finally what you need to do is to find the software and do some pinch analysis. And the target is, if possible, to reduce the water consumption of the palm oil factory at least 50%. Palm oil mill basically consume 1 ton of FAB or fruit bunches, consume 1.5 ton of water. You'll be able to reduce by half, means the pinch analysis are success. The report must be submitted in the form of technical papers without any further explanation through video or through a PowerPoint. What you need is just technical report. The second one, the option is you can choose whatever plan available in this world which you already have a reference. You have the data, but what you need to do is to make a video, a very short video, probably about 5 to 10 minutes, or 5 minutes should be fine. But you must be able to explain the technical of it through a video supported with PowerPoint presentation or detailed presentation. So this will allow you to understand better, because you have to shorten probably some of the reports, long reports of the water pinch analysis, shorten into just a short video. So only with understand the pinch analysis that make be able for you to make a short video and to be presented to public. So these are two options that you can take. And this work are a group work. And you must also show in your reports there is an effort done in a group, not only by an individuals. So because this is a group work. So for instance, the proof that you have some discussion through Google Meet or Zoom and whatsoever platform to show that the discussion has been carried out. Okay, understand?